Kızım ev geliyor. Ay! Ahmet ev geliyor, ev geliyor, ev geliyor.
A powerful storm hit Istanbul, Turkey, caused widespread destruction and damage across the city. Heavy rains, gale-force winds and flooding led to road closures, suspension ferry service and delays in Istanbul airports. The storm, which began late Tuesday night, particularly in low-lying area where streets turned into rivers, flooded cars and leaving residents homeless. The Turkish State Meteorological Service issued a warning to hit the storm, warning residents of the Marmara Sea region where Istanbul is located to prepare severe weather conditions. However, the intensity of the storm took many by surprise. Winds of up to 100 km/h uprooted trees, damaged roofs and caused power outage in several areas. Local authorities have deployed emergency team to respond to the situation. Emergency are working tirelessly to pump water out of flooding buildings and rescue people trapped in their homes and cars. The Turkish Red Crescent has also been on ground providing shelters and assistance to the victims. Despite the efforts of emergency service, residents reported delays in received assistance on the extent of the damage exceeded the capacity of the service. Some of Istanbul's most iconic landmarks were damaged in the history city center. Parts of the Grand Bazaar, one of the oldest covered markers in the world, were briefly closed due to flooding, and all ferry operations across the Bosphorus, a waterway connecting the Black Sea to the Mediterranean, were suspended due to dangerous conditions. As of Wednesday morning, where there were no immediate reports of fatalities, but local media reported injuries caused by the flood debris and an incident on slippery roads. Authorities are urging people to stay at home and avoid unnecessary travel unless absolutely necessary if the storm is expected to continue into the night. This storm adds to the string of extreme weather events that Turkey has faced in recent years, including forest and fire, that wave and flooding. Experts warn that the climate change could contribute to the increasing frequency and severity of these events, requiring improved infrastructure and more robust emergency planning to reduce future risks. The storm continued to batter Istanbul, and residents are struggling to cope with the challenges and getting around the world in the difficult weather conditions. Schools across the city were closed to Wednesday, and the precautionary measure and authority urged parents to keep their children inside. Many businesses and closed their doors early. Their public transportation struggled to maintain normal operations. In particular, Istanbul's metro system experienced significant disruption, with the homeless forced to temporarily shut down due to flooding on subway station. Passengers forced along delays, and many decided to stay in home and roads conditions determined. Many kilometers of traffic jams forced the city bridge, including the Bosphorus Bridge, as drivers struggled with the poor visibility on flooded streets. Police were deployed to direct traffic and assist motorists stuck in dangerous conditions. Istanbul Airport, one of the business in Europe, was also affected. Flights were delayed and cancelled. Strong tailwinds made it difficult for planes and life for takeoff. Passengers in the terminal reported long wait and confusion to try to get information about flight schedules. The airlines advised passengers to check the status of their flight before they hitting the airport, and the few delays are expected. In the coastal areas of the city where the storm had its home and a business located near the shore were flooded due to risk water level. Some areas along the Sea of Marmara were temporarily evacuated due to risk of further flooding. On the rescue boats were deployed to assist those trapped in their homes. And the upscale Bebek neighborhood were crushed over the coastal floors, over the streets, and inhabitants, restaurants and shops along the waterfront. One of the main concerns of the city authority in the risk of landslides in the area where the terrain prone instability during the rain. Several hillside neighborhoods on a high alert of increasing rainfall, strategies and so with the water increasing of livelihood of landslides. In the Brekov neighborhoods on the eastern side of the city, several homes were evacuated on the particular issue after cracks operated on the surrounding hillsides. The Turkish government has pledged for support of recovery efforts, and the Istanbul mayor is coordinated the city response. It is a televised address. He assured residents that all necessary measures were being taken to minimize damage and ensure public safety. Imala also urged people to heed the warning on the meteorological service to remain cautious. The storm extended to last another 24 hours. Meanwhile, environmental experts have emphasized the vulnerability of Istanbul urban infrastructure, putting the city rapid growth and the quiet drainage system of factors that exacerbate the impact of such extreme weather events. Many of Istanbul Istanbul's low-lying area are prone to flooding, and climate change lead to more frequent storms that are calling to long-term situation to protect the city. Investments at the modernizing drainage systems, sustainable urban planning, and flood protection are considered essential to reduce future risks. Social media was flooded with videos and photos of the storm aftermath, showing cars submerged underwater, people wading through the knee-deep water, and a risk blowing through the city iconic streets. The footage sparked the wave of solidarity online, with many people experienced concept with those living in worst-hit areas. The storm comes at a time that Turkey is experiencing increasingly erratic weather conditions, from devastation, floods, and severe drought. Meteorologists in the country that the wild storm is not unusual for Istanbul. They trend to frequency and increasing over the past decade. Experts are calling on the local and national authority to prioritize climate resilience in urban planning to protect cities like Istanbul from the growing threat to extreme weather. The Istanbul continue to deal with the storm. The focus on the rescue and recovery force and authority are preparing for the possible consequences such as power outage for the flooding is damage to infrastructure, while the storm showing the type of abiding residents are bracing for what could be a prolonged period of destruction at Turkey's largest city. Istanbul, Turkey. In a dramatic tune of when Istanbul, the river of Bosphorus, finds itself on those of Frost storm. A dark cloud gathered the winds that through incident streets, residents and authority are grappling with the chaos that has descended upon a vibrant metropolis. This unprecedented tempest, with the stark weather vigorous in the early hour of the morning, has taken Istanbul by surprise. While the city is no stranger to harsh weather, this storm is not unusual intensity that led in a mark across a sprawling landscape. The first signs of Istanbul fury, the evident and lightning started across the sky, illuminated the city iconic landmarks. Torrential rain pounding down relentlessly caused flash flooding in several low-lying areas, including the historic Sultanahmet district. Streets that are usually bustling the tourists and the local alike early descended the people sought shelters from the deluge. Local authority and emergency service have been working tirelessly to mitigate the effect of the storm. Rescue have been deployed to evacuate residents from the inundated neighborhoods, ensure the safety in the face of rising weather. Istanbul grandmother was one of the oldest leisure-covered markets on the also have been sparked. Shopkeepers and straddling the several this much site and water knee-deep. The city transportation system has grown to half, with the numerous flights cancelled and attractive boat and ferry service across the Bosphorus suspended due to treacherous sea conditions. The iconic Bosphorus Bridge, a symbol of Istanbul connection Europe and Asia, has been closed temporarily due to strong winds causing significant traffic disruption. The meteorologists attributed the unprecedented storm on a confluence of weather system, describing a perfect storm that had cut off the city of Guad. Wind speed exceeded 100 km per hour, have uprooted trees, damaged buildings, and no power outage, leaving a trail of party city in darkness. Istanbul residents, known for their resilience, have come together in their crisis. Neighbors are helping each other clear debris, and volunteers are dispatching emergency supplies to those affected by the storm. Social media is abused with the message of solidarity, offering shelters to support those in need.